Hi, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new around here, hello for the first time, I'm Lucy. Make sure that you are subscribed and following along for day in the life type vlogs, weekend vlogs, lifestyle vlogs, and at the moment, pregnancy vlogs. And today I'm going to be talking about my 21st week of pregnancy. I feel like I start a lot of these with an apology, but I'm starting out with an apology because I had every intention of checking in with a 20-week update, because 20 weeks is kind of a bit of a milestone moment, isn't it really? But I was 20 weeks in the last full week at school for the kids, so it was all a bit bonkers around here, and there just wasn't an opportunity. Rich went away on a business trip. There was just 101 different things going on and I didn't get a chance, but I'm sitting down now to tell you all about my 20th week, obviously the scan and all of that, and how I'm doing right now. Obviously the scan is the biggest milestone that has happened since I last checked in. To say that I was nervous going into that scan would be the understatement of the year. I'm always quite nervous about scans anyway. I'm not a nervous sort of person, but I find scans they just bring out nerves in me. I don't know what it is, but I get really kind of, I don't know, angsty and weird beforehand. And as I've spoken about in some of my previous videos, I have been feeling very anxious in this pregnancy, very worried, very much like, am I pushing my luck and tempting fate a little bit to have a fourth baby at all? So I went into this scan with a heck ton of baggage on top of what would have been a normal scan anxiety for me anyway. Everything is fine. Everything is great. In fact, I did completely embarrass myself at the scan. Basically, for anybody who doesn't know or needs a reminder, or I don't know, I'm guessing it's the same everywhere you go, but you lie on a bed and you have the sonographer doing your scan, and then the other side of the curtain there is another person who is typing up your notes and ticking boxes, I guess, for things that they're looking for. So basically the lady started doing the scan and they obviously have to look for various different things. Rich and I both agreed that this was the most detailed scan that we ever recall having had with any of the kids. I don't know if it was the sonographer who explained things a little bit more clearly to us this time, or if it's just the technology's come on a bit, because I guess it is 7 years now since the first time we did this, so it has changed, I guess. But yeah, basically every single time that the sonographer would say, okay, I can see the left and right kidney, yep, that's perfect, and the lady would go, that's brilliant, and she'd type it up. And then she'd be like, right, okay, I can see, yes, I can see all 4 of the parts of the heart. Yep, that's fine, that's brilliant. And every single time that something else was kind of ticked off, I could feel this like relief, but like this kind of big lump rising, and I could feel it coming up and up and up. And I was kept thinking I need to get through the scan. Just get through the scan, and then you can have a cry when you get to the car if you want to, but you just need to get through it. They're giving you good news. This is all good stuff. This is fine. And it kind of just crept up and crept up and crept up and crept up. And then basically when the scan was meeting, they said, okay, I've seen everything I need to see and that all looks great. I basically erupted into embarrassing blubbing. I think I completely shocked Rich, because he knew that I'd been very anxious, but I don't think he really got quite how anxious I was feeling. And he was like, why the hell are you crying like this? Like, the lady has just told you that everything is fine. But it was just all the relief. In fact, that day I actually did daily vlog, so you can see some of my like initial crazies and emotions and stuff. I'll pop the link for that daily vlog in the description box so that you can go and have a look at me ranting like a crazy lady. End result was everything is fine, baby looks great, bang on kind of dates for where he or she should be. Yes, he or she, because we're sticking team yellow. Rich went into the scan being like, it's a boy, I know it's a boy, it's gonna be a boy. Rich is even more sure now. From the scan, he's pretty convinced that he saw a little willy. I'm pretty convinced it was an umbilical cord. But, you know, time will tell, I guess. I don't really have any particular feelings one way or the other. The baby did look quite a lot like Dylan at the scan, but also quite a lot like Quinn, because the two of them are quite similar and their profiles are very similar. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Let me just show you a little picture of our new little bump though, because look at this. This is my bubba. He or she has got a lot to learn, it has to be said, before they arrive, because they didn't want to give us a good scan picture. So if you look really closely, this baby doesn't appear to have a nose, because he or she would not get at the right angle. But it's okay, because I had already seen a nose on the scan, so I do know that baby has got a nose, even though baby has not got a nose in the picture. Okay, so aside from my scan, how are things right now? Symptom wise, I have started over the past week. In fact, I think the first time that I got it was bang on 20 weeks. Heartburn has started kicking in. Now, I've had heartburn in all of my pregnancies, but I'm pretty sure I've not had it this early, and I can set my clock by it. It starts 7:30 every single evening, and yeah, it's just not very nice. It's not bad. I know from experience with the other three that it probably will get worse than where it is now. But yeah, the price we pay, hey, for these babies. Other than the heartburn, not having any other symptoms, feeling pretty full of energy right now, not feeling any sickness or any nausea. Yeah, just basically feeling quite good. I am noticing that my hair, in fact, you can excuse, look at the length of these roots, and this is supposed to be a fringe, but yeah, basically I'm noticing that my hair is growing super fast this pregnancy. My hair always goes quite fast in pregnancy, but I don't know, it feels like it's growing really fast this time. Or maybe I've just forgotten how fast my hair grows when I'm pregnant. I seem to have very dry skin at the moment. Now, I'm not sure how much of that is pregnancy and how much of that is the fact that it is winter and I would probably have dry skin anyway, but I'm finding that my knuckles on my hands are really dry. I'm finding that my face is quite dry. My scalp is definitely dry, because normally I'm a wash your hair every other day kind of girl, and that is the absolute maximum I can go to. But I think I'm on third, wait, I might even be fourth day here today. No dry shampoo, it's just not getting greasy. I don't know if I've really talked about cravings before. I have kind of had various different cravings. Most cravings have revolved around this pregnancy, around kind of cheese, salt and vinegar, savoury, very much the savoury family kind of stuff. At the moment, all I want to eat is cheeseburgers. I have had dreams about cheeseburgers. A couple of weeks ago, we went to see The Killers and we had 5 guys before we went in, and that is, I think, what has kick-started it. I don't know if baby went, I really like burgers, or I just decided that I really like that burger and I need to have them all the time. But basically, all I want is burgers. I must add in here, I'm not eating burgers all the time, because I know that burgers are not the healthiest thing to be eating, but right now all I want to eat is a burger. I just really want a cheeseburger. Oh, I'm really hungry now, I've started talking about that. But yes, I definitely am craving cheese, burgers and bread, which is funny because in my other 3 pregnancies I've gone right off red meat, and this time all I want is a nice beef burger. Very, very strange. I have gone off, not chocolate entirely, I'm off chocolate generally compared to my normal levels of chocolate, but one of my favourite chocolates to eat this time of year is those Gillian seashells, the little kind of like seahorsey shell chocolates with the praline in. Oh my goodness, I normally love those. So Rich, thinking that he was being a really kind and thoughtful husband, bought me a box of them home the other day. There. They are gross. They basically just taste of sugar. I have absolutely no idea why I liked them so much. I did persevere because it was a gift and I felt really bad, and I kind of was like, I'm just gonna keep eating these, but Rich couldn't believe that the box had lasted as long as it had, because I was kind of eating one and being like, oh, that's really horrible. So yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing if the aversion to chocolate decided to just do one generally, because, you know, I do have a bit of weakness for chocolate, but I am balancing out the weakness for chocolate with the fact that I am massively into crisps, so I'm guessing that I'm kind of balancing out the benefit of not eating chocolate with the badness of eating more crisps. So, oh well. I am now more consistently starting to feel the baby move, which is really exciting. I had been sort of saying I could feel the baby move, but it was mainly in the evening when I went to bed and I had to kind of lie still and really concentrate. I had to be really quiet and I had to be really, really focused on it. But actually the morning of our 20-week scan, I was sat at the table eating breakfast and I felt kind of a rollover-y movement on, and I was like, oh, that's the first time I've kind of noticed it when I'm just in the midst of other things, which was quite exciting. And since then I have basically felt the baby wriggle quite consistently. Rich has now felt a little kick now, which is quite exciting. The kids are desperate to, but at the moment it is still a little bit sporadic and not massively strong, and they don't have the patience to sit long enough to wait for a good strong kick. But I imagine in the next couple of weeks or so the kids are going to get to feel it too, which is really exciting. Feeling the kicks and wriggles is helping some of my anxiety a little bit. It's just nice to know every now and again I get a little thump or an elbow or a foot or whatever it is, kind of like, it's okay mum, I'm all right. So quickly before I finish off and I show you the bump, at 21 weeks baby is, it depends on where you look, baby is either considered to be the size of a large carrot or a banana or a bok choy, so a good size. When I mentioned to Dylan the other day that the baby was the size of a carrot, he was like, we need to go and buy a carrot. Fortunately, because it's about to be Christmas, we actually have just gone out and bought carrots. So we had quite a lot of fun yesterday holding up a carrot against my tummy to work out how big this baby is. Baby is now starting to taste things in my amniotic fluid. Good timing, baby, because that means baby's going to get to have their first Christmas dinner in a few days' time. With regards to the bump, I definitely feel like now you can definitely tell it's a bump, although I definitely could still hide it if I wanted to, depending on what I wear. I'm firmly into maternity jeans now because they are the only thing that is comfortable, but I'm still wearing kind of normal baggy-ish sort of tops over the top. So yeah, let me just show you the bump. Okay, so I've got a white top on, which doesn't really help, does it, against... You can see what I mean about the fact I could totally cover this with a loose top, but I think when you look at it in the black, it is quite obvious now that there is a bump there. So that is my little 21-week bump. Let's pull all these layers of clothes off. It doesn't really look like anything from the front, but you can definitely see it from the side. So I guess that's it for my update this time, and I will see you again in another couple of weeks with how things are going. I don't see the midwife now, I don't think, until 26 weeks. So that is kind of well into the new year, but I will check in if there's sort of anything new to report in the meantime. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!